Welcome back. In this video, we are going to study about sentences. What are sentences? A group of words that make sense. They have verb, they have subject, and they talk about something. They express thoughts. They are used to communicate. So when we communicate, sometimes we can give a statement, sometimes we can ask a question, and sometimes we can exclaim and we can give orders and requests too. So different kinds of communication happens. Like for example, this boy is excited. He has kicked the ball and scored a goal, and then these two are thinking about some questions, and this snowman here is exclaiming. So depending on what we are trying to communicate, the sentence are divided into types: statement, question, command, and exclamation. Okay, so this is a statement, and statement simply declares and states a fact. Neha is learning to play the piano, and it is known as a declarative or assertive sentence. This is the first type. Then next is, so first we elaborate it. A statement is a sentence that gives information or describes something, and is also known as declarative sentences, assertive sentences, and it usually ends with a full stop. We never ever say always in English language, because we mostly find a rule to an exception to every rule. So it starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop, we can say that. So here is an example. Mathematics is my favorite subject, but my sister likes English subject. Now this is a question. Questions are also known as interrogative sentences, because this word interrogate is all about asking questions. Now, when did you start learning to play the piano? And as you can see, it is ending with a question mark, and a question asks for information about something, and it is also known as interrogative sentences. And they also start with the capital letter, like statements do. All sentences, they start with the capital letter. They might end with different things, but they will start with the capital letter. Have you read the newspaper? It is a question. Now stop whatever you are doing. What is this? Yes, it's a command. It's an imperative sentence. And here, one thing is particular about imperative sentence. The subject is the one who is listening, second person, you, and it is not necessary at all to write it in the sentence. So, the imperative sentences, they start with the action word, that is verb, base verb. So we can say that the command is used to give an order, make a request, or a wish, and it is also known as imperative sentences, and it usually ends with a full stop, and it can also end with the exclamatory mark if somebody attaches an emotion to a command. Suppose the teacher is angry, she will be saying keep quiet with some emotions involved, that is anger. Yes, when you are not listening to her. So your mother also can do that when she's watching television and you are unnecessarily fighting with your sibling. Her keep quiet will have some emotion laced with anger. So that time you can put an exclamation mark. But there is one thing common. It is starting with the base verb. Remember that. Command. And you can see you is silent here. It is implied but often not spoken. Subject in an imperative sentence is always in second person, that is you, and it is implied and often not spoken. Now, yummy ice cream. See? Exclamatory sentence came finally. Begins sometimes with an exclamatory word or question word also sometimes. So an exclamatory sentence expresses happiness, anger, fear, disgust, and shock. It ends with an exclamatory mark. Now two types of sentences, imperative and assertive. They end with full stop. Questions end with interrogative sentences end with question marks, and exclamatory sentences end with exclamation mark, and imperative sentences also can end with exclamation mark. So it's an exclamatory sentence. Now these are your answer keys that are being reflected here from your book. Only two questions were solved in the book. One is writing questions, framing questions based on the answers given, which you can see here. And E was identifying different types of sentences. We did this in class. Yes. And here we end our topic. Next video will be about subject, predicate and object, and simple and compound sentences. So quick revision. We know that sentences are of four kinds. One gives a statement, assertive or declarative. Second asks you questions, that is interrogative. Then third gives you command, request or wish. Yes, that is imperative, where it starts with the base verb, action word, and the subject is always second person you, which is implied and often not spoken. And then exclamatory sentences that end with an exclamation mark and express emotions. Okay, see you with the next videos. Bye bye.